All right, it's recording now. I was laughing with String talking about I should make a YouTube video with this, so I'm going to try to do it the best of my knowledge. We watched this whole thing, which was like 3 hours long. Pretty much went over some new graphical shit.
Sort of ran its course from sort of a large corporate interest
Let's see if we can do this.
Would be expand your quantity of resources.
Talking about the new area that's coming. We got a new system. Pretty much a big old mining area full of asteroids and shit.
That was going on in the.
I mean, I think it looks fucking fantastic from what they're showing us. Didn't see too much about like blown up ships and stuff, so I don't know why they got all the reclaimers. But it looked like a main mining place.
Established what became known as Levski.
But there's a lot of new shit.
Today formed itself again.
The whole story behind it, y'all just gonna have to go watch that. That's what you want to watch.
We want to make sure.
I'm just like skipping through shit that they were showing.
Stanton starts quite neutral.
Like their new terrain deal that's supposed to, oh, it rains, so grass grows.
Gas cloud. Huge asteroid belt that is in sort of the middle.
Shit looks nice, bro. Let's skip through here. Oh yeah. Here you go. It's like the asteroid with Lovesky or whatever they call it. Got a hole that goes straight through the motherfucker. I just want to fly through that. That's all I want to do. I just want to fly through. But it's a nice little place.
There is an
area flying out.
So this is load and unload cargo.
That looks nice. There's your little elevators to load and unload shit. So whether you're hauling,
as a team,
I don't think you'd be coming here as a miner, but
cargo.
Put some big ass ships to use.
Such as the
that snow effect, they're actually adding that shit in.
There will be walkways.
And this would be cool to do is fly around the city. A little interesting. I like more of let me put hands on that. Like, come on out and let me go there.
So you can go through the cargo.
Who live there, love it, and are working.
Yeah, they're working people.
And slowly the station will reveal itself.
And more frequent.
Yeah, they're going to keep updating it in game.
Glaives and blades that we all know and hate, and a new craft for the PU, the Vandal Stinger.
The Stinger, bro. It's on the website for sale right now. It's like $300, $350.
Some civilians on arrival asking you for help.
I know we got the Paladin.
So after you survive this initial ambush, you get back in touch with Intersec, and obviously the question is,
it's about the story. We don't want to give away the story too much. But yeah, their new graphics and shit. Nice.
So
I'm probably fucking this video all up, huh?
It's no longer because an artist painstakingly crafted it there. It's now because it simply wants to be there. It fits inside our rules.
This sounds nice.
Genesis also ties into our other gameplay systems. Our new planets are built from the information we create for our different datasets, like height maps, humidity, temperature, soil types, soil amounts, geology erosion data.
That grass looks nice.
This means you can now tell where to find valuable minerals as the geology looks like it would be suitable for it.
Hell yeah.
Where scree piles exist below sheer cliff faces, and where rocks have broken off over time due to erosion. Of course, these new tools still give us the ability to direct the look and feel we want. The attention to detail from the tallest mountain to the smallest flower is still our core DNA. With Genesis, we can now keep
what these are. Look at that.
As we
so
focus on the
nice.
quality.
Home sweet home.
It provides the quantity.
Give us a fantastic platform to hone our technology. Feature complexity. On the surface of the planet, we wanted to start by focusing on just the soil and rock. One of the things
this is them just going over on how they're doing everything now.
Feature complexity. Looking at our contemporaries, we lack
usually
detail
I don't care
at the
about
ground
that.
Scale.
Usually it's more.
These
tiles
are
on
intelligently
off,
placed on top
as
of
minor
data.
details.
And these medium tiles don't
I love
just
that they're
create
doing it.
height
I want to see it in game. I'm not
This gives us a whole new level of terrain detail,
into
of
it,
scale,
seeing it here.
and allows us to create everywhere, like spilt popcorn at the cinema, but only
Buy
in
your
places
ship around
you'd
there.
expect to find them, thanks to a brand of
They
a grass
talk
blade,
about
or indeed a
how
whole
they're
field
doing
of
grass
is
now,
lit
they can
very
do fields.
differently to like a flat surface.
For some reason they
We
couldn't
now
do
use a
like
solution
fields
that
of grass
shapes
before.
meadows
I
of
don't
grass
know
far
why,
more
but
like fur or hair. And this, if you think about it, makes sense. At a distance, a field of grass is far.
talk about how they do shit. That's like computer high techy that I don't care about. I just want it to work.
High volumes of cargo that kind of fulfill the purpose for the Hull C and the other series of Hull ships. And there'll be a few sort of more direct routes.
So you might pick up some cargo from Ruin Station in Pyro and go through the jump point to Stanton and drop it off there.
Yeah, so the force you go through jump points and shit.
So
That's
if you've
right.
never sort of experienced the jump point or going through it,
I haven't been to a jump point yet. I admit, I have not. And this is cool as fuck right here. I remember this, the giant rock.
These were originally
rock breaker.
Industrial facilities breaking apart large asteroids and mining them down. But since they've been mothballed and been left abandoned. So you're going to have to find your way inside and thinking about how do we bring this facility back to life. It's not just about flipping a switch. As you bring these stations back to life, you'll be lighting the beacon and calling attention to these long forgotten places.
So pretty much gonna be killing people while you're trying to bring it back. And it's like you gotta do different parts of it, different varieties.
Through the main laser entrance.
Talking about the different entrances on how to get in.
As you're traversing through the facility,
to fight people.
You'll find the old engine room. Life, maybe eventually.
The second from what you.
Recoil looks weird when you're looking from the side, huh?
These old facilities, you've brought them back to life.
That's right, we did everything and brought it back to life. Now show us.
The facility. You've activated the laser. You've fired the laser. You've broken apart the rock. And then you'll be able to fly your ship inside and see what's there.
Fly your ship inside. Like,
so you fly a ship.
I want a mining ship now.
Yeah. You just get into your ship and fly in and start searching around and trying to find the pieces that you want to mine.
Like, is that inside? Inside the fucking big ass rock? Like, bruh, I ain't mined in a long time. Can I do this solo? Like, that's my biggest question. Always people say, oh,
I'm really excited about rock
we'll play blah, 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 but then I
sandbox
wind up
activity.
solo a lot.
You can kind of go to these whenever you want to.
And make some money. They say it's going to be big needed for the crafting system coming.
Or a group of out of
in addition is the new passive for
massive.
Yeah. Talk about bullshit.
To celebrate the long-awaited
New
edition
little
of
pack.
the FanDuel to start.
I admit, because I melted some shit, I did get the pack. It was like $30-something. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want. I don't think you get the box. Like, I really don't want all I wanted was the 2 cups. They bringing in some redneck shit. Yeah.
Citizen, pick up. How you think the show's going?
There's the gear.
Good. We're getting the Nick Star system and the FanDuel are coming. Kind of been a lot of Nicks, right?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's John Crew. I'm the vehicle director here at CIG, and welcome to
Talking ship. Yeah.
Been a busy year. Ship real obviously a return of Kruger.
Yeah, everybody likes that ship. They talk about what ships they like.
You will use the Anvil Asgard based on the year. One ship from Anvil Aerospace designed to support ground operations.
Was it the
Paladin? The gunship is a ship that's designed to sustain a sustained firefight, while
true dedicated gunships. They are quite a tricky archetype.
It's on the website. It's like $250
being too powerful.
Right now.
It's designed with a lot of fire.
I was interested, but I didn't get it because of another ship come out.
Very
I'm
low
just a broke motherfucker.
It's lots of
pretty much a slow, tanky fucking ship. That turret goes from top to bottom.
Forward-weighted in its stance. It
2
feels
chairs
like it's coming towards
up here with glass where you can see down below, and that's 2 chairs. This turret's controlled by the co-pilot. I think if you're by yourself, you only control these 2 turrets, and that's it. And there's 2 guys below, a remote turret to here, remote turret to here. Like I said, this has a track, can go underneath.
Even when it's just sat still. And I think that's something that...
If we swing round, following the ship round clockwise, what you'll then see is the first of the side turrets.
Yeah.
If the notice the canopy, you'll see that there's a fairly thick space between
I
where
don't
the
know if this is
glass
going to be
and the whole
useful.
exterior. That's because it has deployable armor, which can come out and give you a little bit more cover while you're actually attacking the target head on.
Or not.
It's got these really nice kind of dual connected wings with the turrets out on the sides. Just
the two remotes bounce the
Look,
main turret of the ship, which is controlled by the co-pilot.
So you've got full 360 coverage.
I mean, we've
underneath,
seen that
full
before.
360 coverage on top with it, and then the side turrets also.
I mean, it's a gun.
Two-story with the as a group. Then you're all sat together with a nice, cool experience, so you can really feel like you're playing as a group.
You've got the
inside looks
top,
nice.
You've got the gunners underneath, and I think that helps.
If I have
the intention of
friends,
what the ship
it'll
does,
definitely be a
you've
ship
got this
probably
really nice
picking
kind of
up.
like gunner viewpoint down, kind of giving this lower coverage.
Not even like the inside. I don't want to go over too much because this is just trying to
engage in combat
get through for y'all. See, this is solo.
Obviously not as good as if you have a full.
It's pretty can take on combat missions for the ships. Coming aboard the Paladin, you enter into this sort of armory, ready room area. You have a
nice.
Strip back, simple. It's a very
original concept because we've added a small dedicated cargo bay area, allowing you to store actual SE crates. Forward of that is the route to the lower gunners, and then upstairs you have the bridge area.
Looks nice.
And then off that central area you have the dual living quarters, one on the left, one on the right, and then at the rear you have the main sort of engineering area where the majority of the components are. Also within the upper traversal area, you also have a little breakout area with seating, food machine, toilets, etc.
I think it's a very cool looking ship.
Show the glass.
Really
I don't know why. I think it's pretty
fucking
fucking cool.
Concept and adding an extra level of detail and trying to kind of push things forward.
I think it hits the nail in terms of a really solid military ship. It's really complementary to some of the other ships in the Anvil lineup.
I mean, we're talking Anvil, bro.
They all kind of work and operate under the same conditions. You know, the pilot, co-pilot, and the two gunners. They're basically all equal on the ship.
Anvil got some nice ships. I like looking at Valkyries.
When they're at work, everyone's at the front of the ship together.
It's really odd to me that you call that. You like that there's one toilet for 4 people.
Well, you know, it's you all work together. You're all equal at work. You're
The toilet seat never gets cold.
Toilet seat never gets cold. Yeah.
Yeah, trying. High-end manufacturer. They specialize in recreating.
They're remanufacturing them, making them a little bit more suitable for kind of human flight. And the latest offering from Asperia is the Vandal Stinger.
Best thing to talk about with this is a bunch of these guns are our normal guns, right? So you can actually change them out. You want repeaters, ballistic, whatever. So there's one big gun. I don't know where it's at on here. I think it said size 5, the plasma cannon.
The Vandal are big, scary space aliens. They're like 7 foot tall.
Dude, the way you walk in it,
war race that sort of take over, steal technology, absorb.
The aliens that you sometimes.
The Stinger as a Vandal heavy fighter was reserved for their higher tier sort of ace pilots or high-ranking members within their clans.
The Stinger is a competitor to something like the...
Was that it? Right there. Right in this hole, that's the plasma.
The Stinger is a competitor to something like the FA or, I guess, the Scorpius.
Tanky, space, the number and the size of them. So it's there for players who don't want agility. They don't want to be in a...
Yep, slow motherfucker.
They heard everyone's complaints to allow customized integrated in.
So they greater flexibility to the end user, and this is something Asperia wanted for the civilian market. For that one bespoke weapon, the size 5 plasma cannon, functionally it is a sort of Gen 2, much older Vandal styling. This is much newer Vandal styling, but underneath it is the same weapon that people have used for years.
Our team on the PU was to take the Stinger from the squadron team. You know, this really
was a real kind
I really don't want to pass
structure
the way you walk
that kind of webs all of the ship together. You know, it connects the thrusters in, it connects all the kind of underside of the vehicle and pulls the whole ship together.
You can tell it's very different from the Vandal ships that are currently in the PU.
Looks
if you take,
nice.
for example,
I gotta give it to 'em.
The way the cockpits are constructed.
Up at the front, we've got this big kind of bubble dome that gives the cockpit quite a unique shape compared to some of our other ships, and also gives the pilot.
The Stinger is a little unusual compared to other ships, obviously being alien in nature.
You're going through a round at the rear, and it leads you kind of straight up into the belly of the ship.
There's, you know, lots of organic detail, rib cages, kind of strange alien forms.
On entry of the cockpit, the seat kind of comes down towards you, and you kind of climb over the back of it a bit like a motorbike.
You're basically riding into the cockpit. It feels very much like you're being carried inside the cockpit.
Into the traditional prone flying pose that Vandal
team done a really good job of making us.
And then we got my favorite ship coming up.
So Gray Chowdhury got his start.
This guy.
As he was working at a cargo center. Items.
The gray market, dude.
So the ship.
The wild ship, dude.
Well, we don't really know
I
what
call
it
it
is,
the redneck ship.
To be fair.
It's what happens when someone who is a genius at aeronautics and ship assembly.
No, it's the redneck from the junkyard who found pieces cheap and pieced this motherfucker together.
Is given
That's what
free
it
rein
is.
to do whatever they want. It's the best of whatever they can find lying around, put together to make something truly unique, wonderful, arguably beautiful, and just released out into the universe to see what happens.
I love it.
At first glance at the exterior of the Shiv, I think most people will probably recognize there is more than a fair proportion of a Cutlass visible there, but it's had quite a few changes to it.
As you look a little bit closer, you'll start to pick out elements from other ships. You've got, you know, main thrusters that are from the Valkyrie.
Even the bits that are obviously a Cutlass have had panels welded on, panels removed. The top turret, which is now remote, is just this hodgepodge amalgamation with multiple other ships' turrets.
Little bullshit
and then
camera
the
on
changes
top.
continue onto the inside, where again,
I love it. The
sort of
wires
feels Cutlass-like,
hanging.
but then you'll find there's bits of Crusader ships just integrated into the wall instead of what was there originally.
It has lost its side entrance, some of its cargo capacity, but what it's gained is it's gained visually more powerful thrusters. It's gained a really kind of nice set of belly thrusters. It's upped its firepower.
As ever, with the refined work from
I
Gray's
love this
Market,
ship.
you can see that great care was taken to the health and safety to ensure that there's no trip hazards anywhere.
There's like loose cables, panels are exposed. If you look carefully, you'll notice there are like tools laying around in the cockpit.
It's gained a toilet.
Look at that. Look at that. There's your toilet. Bucket and a bucket to wash your hands. Oh, water bottles for water. Fucking love it.
Bucket.
Yeah, it's one for doing stuff, and then you need a second one to wash your hands. It's not an animal.
It has very much taken that achievement.
I love it.
Just
This is something new and different for Star Citizen. Where
It's
did
in
it come
game.
from?
You can buy it now. I got it.
Can I answer that?
Just nothing. Just
You know, I mean, money's probably kind of a bit different, a bit away from the norm. They just
Fucking love it.
Shit.
I wonder if
But
you can
it's-
change them
it's
guns
something
out.
a bit different.
Because they look like special guns, right? I hope we can change them out. I don't
A bit
like
away from the
ballistics,
norm.
really.
They just want something that
ship.
I'll deal with it, though.
Obviously, very combat heavy.
There's something we wouldn't normally release. Or
fun to sing ship.
So we got 3 combat ships. And then the
on
weapons.
Grayson from company.
The redneck weapons.
And the long-awaited Space AK.
I think this is the one that
There's a reason it's
not
shooting
only
like
is
this,
the most
okay?
in demand, but I've been politely badgered about the most. It's a fun rifle that basically fires energy and ballistic in sequence. So your first shot will be your ballistic, your second shot will be the energy. You'll see on the top of the art, there is a bolt that cycles the rounds, and that goes off with the ballistic shot, but it does not go off with the energy shot. And that is just like a really fun way of making a weapon work in kind of like a scrappy, glued together kind of aesthetic. The LMG, this thing is a really fun, slow-firing, hard-hitting beast.
It will bring the 50 cal, and the only other weapons that have this right now in the verse are the Bearing Sniper Rifle and the Coda.
Honestly, if you even get hit by one, you just instant tier 1 injury, back to medical.
Are you even trying anymore?
You know what? We made all these really complicated fancy guns and some people that just want, I want a slow firing rifle. Give me a scrap together box that fires the biggest thing you can possibly find.
Right? One of my favorite guns in like Fallout 76, the railway rifle? Shoots railroad spikes.
A rocket launcher of this caliber. It will be 3 grenades straight together.
Just 3
that
grenades.
you pull into the tube and fire towards your enemies. The cool part about it will have an arming distance, so you will not be able to just point it towards an enemy.
It's also going to have a lot of spread. So essentially, you're going to have to get very close with your launcher to be able to blow up ships with a single payload in it. You can't actually aim with the apparatus because you've got the tube on your shoulder. And you try. We can't.
You make the joke about not being, or joke about not being an aim, binoculars.
Excellent.
Binoculars, alright.
So we've got some really cool binoculars coming that allow you to spot people from distances.
Cool, but ooh.
Talking ship. Thanks,
Look at them weapons, bro.
That's the end of this segment for this year, so that's Talking Ship.
Alright. I think we got a long part coming up.
Now I'm kind of tired of shilling. All right, let's find out some more about where we are.
To experience the initial UI.
Drops. You'll be able to increase and improve item stats that are relevant to your gameplay. Maybe a gun will shoot faster, maybe it'll do some more damage, or your armor will have greater resistances against environmental effects or incoming fire. You might be wondering, what about the upgrade and research? That will be coming in a subsequent release.
Instances will be.
I don't care too much about
fix the problem with 2 DGSs on
fix
Easiest thing for our developers. You might not assume this, but most game developers are.
One of the ship has a purpose and has a reason to exist.
Into capital ship to check out a station and run it into more than they can take care of themselves.
Unfortunately, that team came under attack and members of their groups were taken hostage. Now they've reached out to Intersec, who've reached out to you to help recover the pilot. Of course, it's unwise to do this alone, so you'll need to put a team together to attack the station.
This is insane. I don't know how I'm gonna get enough people to do it.
Asteroid, kind of broken asteroid, and on this you will have this space where you will find 3 big arms. You will see at the middle, you will have this big energy core. Everything here has a purpose. It's not just for the show, just something nice to see.
You'll see a People's Alliance-owned Idris that's just on the outside, and it's going to be getting harassed by this unknown faction that you have met before.
So your first objective here is to clear out the ships. There'll be waves of these ships, so this is where you want your light or your medium or your heavy fighters, whichever playstyle you prefer.
This looks so fun.
So while one part of your group is dealing with the fighters, now it's time to actually assault the station.
This station has been outfitted to resist all of the obvious way of attacks.
Somehow they've incorporated Vanduul capital ship killing turrets. These turrets ignore small fighters, and they have the firepower to destroy even the biggest capital ships.
Your Polaris and your Idris, if you get it close, it will get shredded. The idea of these is so we can sort of make it so we can mix up that ship combat, and not everyone can just bring the biggest ship and win just because they have the biggest ship.
He did.
You have to send out your best pilots to navigate the superstructure and take down anything that may damage your bigger ships.
About to give me a small fighter.
Thinking, destroy the turrets, but it's not that easy. This turret has shields that you've never seen before. It won't take any kind of damage. Your missiles won't do anything, your lasers won't do anything, your ballistics won't do anything to them. But like everything, they do have a weakness. You have to cut the power to their shields. To do that, that actually brings you to your first objective, the power relays.
So the exterior has a number of power relays that are holding the doors closed so that you can't get in.
You have to find them, You have to target them, and you have to destroy them. But it may not be as easy as it seems.
Here's our first wrinkle. The power relays have their own shields that are resistant to energy-based attacks.
We know how much you like using laser repeaters, but so do these guys.
Capital ship can't get close enough because of the turrets.
So ships with
Tanya,
explosive
they made
or
this
ballistic
part.
ordnance will be needed here.
Whoever
Now,
made it
torpedo
was a
ships
fan
like
of
your
Star Wars.
Retaliator or Gladiator, or even another fighter
That's what
with
it makes me
ballistics
feel.
loadout. That's going to take you a while.
Torpedo. If it actually hits. I mean, if it's not moving, it
Once
should
the power
hit.
relays have been taken down, the station opens up.
And this is where things get really cool.
Now it's time for you to fly your ship inside the station.
Yeah, you, in your ship, fly into the superstructure of this station.
How cool is that?
I feel like this is a proud dad moment. Thank you, Jared.
We're just going to call it what it is. It's a trench run.
Trench run.
It makes you realize how huge it actually is.
So as you enter the structure, you'll see cooling units along the sides that you'll need to take out. There's 3 arms to the station that have these trenches. You'll fly into one, and then there'll be a core in the center, and then you'll move out another trench.
You're either gonna do it multiple times, or you need to bring friends.
At this point, the core is still protected, so these are essentially strafing runs.
There are objects to avoid. You're going to have to be able to dodge. You're going to have to move quickly. You need an agile ship.
Because the shield generator that you're targeting is emitting lots of distortion
Oh,
damage.
you fucked. Yeah, he
So
dead.
once the cooling units are out, that exposes the core to overheat, which means that you can attack it from the inside and also from exhaust ports on the outside of the station.
It's hard for me to
Armored
picture
and just
torpedoes
takes a
going
whole lot of
through a little hole like that. Little break.
Once the power core goes down, the turrets come down, and then the capital ships can get closer. Why is that important? Because during all of this, you spend a lot of ammo and munitions and ballistics, and you're going to want to top up.
This is where we're gonna get our new feature in: ship hangar refueling and rearming.
Put them big boy ships to use.
To land in the hangar of select ships and be able to use the same interface as you are right now at stations to refuel and rearm.
It's specifically for ships like the Idris and the Polaris and other ships that are designed to have other ships land inside them.
Of course, it'll be more than just those 2 ships, and you'll find out more once we get closer to release. But this is a really important feature that we're really excited to get out.
Thinking the
If
Polaris.
you're not bringing your own Idris, the People's Alliance has
One of my
Idris
redneck
there that
ship
can
to
provide
land
a
in the
safe port in a
Polaris.
storm, allow you to set back up and head back out.
And it's a good thing that you've rearmed and refueled too, because now another group of ships is coming to attack the People's Alliance Idris.
I'm sorry, this just looks fun as shit.
So while the fighters are protecting the Idris, what's happening at the station? Well, that's where the dropships come in.
Now you've got to take a fire team in. You've got to land, you've got to fight through an onslaught of FPS enemies that belong to this unknown faction, and you've got to open a hangar door which will allow you to release captives from the station. After you've opened the doors and that person's taken off, you've just got to make sure they get to safety.
So at this point, all of this sounds pretty simple, but there's an additional complication.
So up until this point, it's just been you versus the enemies in the station. But the enemies in the station have their own enemies.
He
Vandal
gone.
neighbors who really don't like these guys for some reason will come in and wreak havoc on everything.
And they're not going to discriminate between you and the station. They're out for blood. When you alert the Vandal by destroying the power core that the station's now vulnerable, you're on a time limit. Vandal are coming, they're going to come hard, they're going to keep coming, you're going to have one hell of a fight.
He's like, oh shit. Bruh, it looks like fun. It does. I want that shit. Fucking looks
Tactical
like
strike
fun.
groups. I'm personally so...
Tactical stripes.
Finally, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone at CIG for working so tirelessly and with so much passion to deliver something that is already special and will only get more so as we continue. And of course, to all of you for making all this possible with your support and feedback. We couldn't do this without all of you, something that I and the team appreciate every day. We are very lucky to be allowed the time
and yada yada. I have to cut you off. And then I know recently we got the Ghoul starter pack, whatever. And then they added the gear here from during the event they released this. Pretty much you get everything you see in the picture. Armor, design bullshit. I don't know what the drill is gonna be for besides sitting. But I did see you get some coin. I really want that plush. Just to show everything. There's the big LMG, the AK. Main reason I picked it up. A knife. Added that during the thing. I don't know how long it's gonna be on there. I think that was it for gear. Make sure nothing's like hiding in the back. I'm surprised they don't have like the guns by themselves or whatever. He said something about ship packs, but nothing popped up during that event. And then standalone ships, they did add them. I never look at Warbond ships. I'm always melting. Paladin 350. I'm trying not to pass it. Look at it. It did got the glaive on here. It's 350 as well. But the Stinger, the new one, is 315, so a little cheaper than the Pally. And then my ship, a redneck looking ship, 150. Like, I don't know if it's any good. I just got it. I haven't got on game yet to check it out. And I think that's all they added during this. Yep. No special point. Oh yeah. T-shirt. I was looking at the mouse pad, kind of small. Little Kilo T-shirt, 3 posters. I think they're metal. Yeah. The size on this, like my current mouse pad is like double this. You know, like just talking about 11 inches going away from me, and mine is 16. And then wide, it's talking about 31. Mine is 38. So I hate to go smaller. If y'all was interested. And I think that's everything they added on the site. So yeah, I'm excited. Bruh, my redneck ship. Let's pull it up again. Let's pull it up again. Where's my redneck ship? Bruh. This. I love it. It's just like a pieced together junk ship. I fucking love it. I love it, dude. I love shit like this. Everything in the game is so fancy. But all right, YouTube, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go back to stream. I just try to make it short and to some of the main points that I thought was good to see.